What if the strongest ninja was the one who couldn't function like a normal person? Chapter 7 of Shinobi. Undercover doesn't just give us a fight, it reveals something far more dangerous. A shinobi who becomes unstoppable, the moment he stops being human. We open exactly where Chapter 6 left off, Miyake versus Yodaka. But immediately, something subtle happens. Miyake calls him Nozuki. Nozuki. This is a callback to Chapter 4, when they were just normal classmates joining the soccer club. This matters, because in ninja doctrine, especially in texts like the Bansenshukai, a shinobi must maintain multiple identities, and never let them overlap. And yet here, that line is already blurring. Hibari shouts out, revealing Yodaka's identity. A small mistake, but in the world of shinobi, that's catastrophic. This reflects a core principle from the Shōninki. Carelessness reveals more than interrogation ever could. Hibari isn't weak, she's human, and that's exactly what this chapter is exploring. In the clash, Yodaka loses his tick communication device, shaped like a bird. That's not just aesthetic. Historically, shinobi used messenger birds' hidden signal tools. Encoded sound communication. The tick is a modern evolution of those systems, but more importantly, losing it isolates Yodaka. And isolation is where we begin to see his true nature. It represents dependency versus autonomy. When Yodaka loses it, he loses guidance, he loses oversight, he loses structure. This reflects a real shinobi principle. The highest level operative must be able to function without command. And this is something Yodaka struggles with. Once the guidance is given, he can spring into action, but without it, he can't make his own decisions. The moment Miyake realizes backup is coming, he doesn't panic. He reframes the mission from success objective, damage control. This is elite-level thinking. In real ninja doctrine, when the mission fails, redefine victory. His new goal, reduce enemy numbers, create long-term advantage. That's not desperation, that's adaptive warfare thinking. Hibari identifies that operator number 9 is on the other end of the comms device and immediately picks it up, relaying the situation. The flow of battle, as the operator can only assess the situation from sound alone. This is extremely important for both operator number 9 and Hibari. In shinobi training, hearing was often prioritized over sight. Night operations relied heavily on audio cues. Hibari's strength is subtle, but highly refined. As Hibari reflects on the perceived skills gap of her to Miyake and Yodaka, operator number 9 explains something critical. Only the most skilled ninja can go AWOL and survive. This aligns with historical reality. Desertion wasn't just betrayal, it required mastery of stealth, independence, the ability to erase your existence. Miyake isn't reckless, he's elite. Yodaka dodges. Miyake insults him, and Yodaka responds, "We can't damage the school. What about after lunch?" This feels like comedy, but it's actually philosophical contrast. Miyake, mission above all environment. Irrelevant ends justify means Yodaka. Mission exists within a world, collateral matters. Normal life still has value. This is the central conflict of the chapter. This is actually a higher level battlefield awareness. In modern tactical terms, Yodaka has situational control, Miyake has target fixation, and ironically, Miyake calls Yodaka third-rate. Yodaka keeps probing. Why is Aoi being targeted? This is now the third attempt at kidnapping her. Miyake dodges the question, but gives us something more important. Ask Aoi. That line implies Aoi is not just a passive target, she is connected to something deeper. This is a major narrative flag. We will end with our theory of why Aoi might be so important. Miyake's argument. Protecting others and weakness. This reflects a very real shinobi ideology. Emotional attachment compromises mission efficiency. But Yodaka pushes back, calling Miyake's perspective meaningless as a fugitive. And then something unexpected happens. Yodaka stops, apologizes, tries to explain himself. This is awkward, almost comedic. But this moment is huge, because this is not how a perfect shinobi behaves. Miyake, for a moment, is thrown off. even begins justifying himself. This is psychological disruption. A concept straight out of ninja strategy. Disarm your opponent's expectations, and you control the battle. Yodaka doesn't outfight Miyake here. He destabilizes him, seemingly unintentionally. This fight is unique because the psychological battle runs parallel to the physical one, and Hibari even says Yodaka is winning the argument. That line is critical, because Yodaka is dismantling Miyake's ideology mid-combat. That's not normal. That's dominance on multiple layers: physical, mental, philosophical. Then comes the command, eliminate the enemy. Top priority, ignore everything else. When operator number 9 gives the command, Yodaka freezes. This is not hesitation. This is processing removal. In high-level combat psychology, the most dangerous fighters are not reactive, they are preemptive. Yodaka doesn't react to Miyake's attack. He moves before it matters. Hibari senses it immediately, because she's wondering why mid-fight he would freeze. But this is Yodaka's switch. The moment Yodaka locks in, Miyake attacks, and instantly gets kicked in the face. No hesitation, no wasted motion, no emotion. Operator number 9 explains, Yodaka is terrible at multitasking. His combat ability drops when distracted, but when focused, he becomes something else entirely. This mirrors a concept in martial philosophy. Mushin, wushin, no mind, a state where thought disappears, action becomes instinct. The body moves without hesitation. Yodaka isn't just skilled, he is optimized for combat at the cost of everything else. Much like Ultra Instinct in Dragon Ball Super, Miyake sees the stillness and interprets it as an opening. That's his downfall, because he misreads a state he doesn't understand. This is classic. Never assume weakness in what you don't comprehend. If not for AoE, Yodaka would have been used purely as a combat support tool, not a person, a weapon. Meanwhile, Hibari's role, Bak, emotional infiltration, becoming Aoi's friend. Yodaka's role, protection through force. Different agents for different mission layers. A hierarchy of humanity. Yodaka is evolving beyond his assigned function. And that's dangerous, not just for enemies, but for the organization itself. Hibari is the better ninja, because she can protect others, maintain her role, stay human, and reframes the entire story. Strength isn't just combat ability, it's the ability to carry responsibility without losing yourself. Miyake attacks again. Yodaka responds instantly. Kick him through a wall and launch him out the second-floor window in the hallway. Brutal, efficient, final. Miyake attacks again. Yodaka responds instantly. Kick him through a wall and launch him out the second-floor window in the hallway. Brutal, efficient, final. This is precision violence. While Yodaka delivers the finishing blow, we see Hibari shielding classmates. Destruction versus protection, weapon versus guardian. Which one is the true shinobi? Miyake survives, barely. He realizes Yodaka is not weak. Before retreating, he vows revenge. Yodaka wants to pursue. Operator number 9 stops him. Exposure is failure. A completed mission means nothing if your identity is revealed. After the fight, Hibari reflects. Yodaka is on another level. He's not like the rest of them. His combat ability is overwhelming, but his strength comes with a cost. Sorry I'm late. I'm glad you're okay. Miyake escaping is not failure. It serves 3 purposes. Establishes him as a recurring threat. Confirms Yodaka's level publicly, within the ninja world. Escalates future encounters. And most importantly, Miyake now respects Yodaka. That changes everything moving forward. Chapter 7 isn't just about strength. It's about function versus identity. Miyake abandoned the system to survive. Yodaka was shaped by the system to fight. Hibari operates within the system, but questions it. And the story is building toward this idea. A perfect shinobi isn't one who follows orders blindly, nor one who abandons them entirely. It's one who can choose when to be human, and when not to.
Now let's talk about the biggest unanswered question. Why is Aoi being targeted? We're now at 3 separate attempts. That's not random. That's priority level targeting. Miyake says, ask Aoi. That implies she knows something.
Possibilities. Hidden lineage, ninja bloodline, suppressed memory, connection to a forbidden technique. In Shinobi history, certain individuals were protected or hunted because of clan secrets, genetic traits. Knowledge of hidden systems, Aoi may not realize her importance, which aligns with her natural behavior, her resistance to Hibari's forced friendship. She acts authentically. That authenticity may disrupt infiltration, expose deception, or trigger reactions in trained operatives. She may function as a truth anchor in a world of lies. This one is huge. Operator number 9 says, without Aoi, Yodaka would just be a combat tool. That means Aoi is directly responsible for Yodaka's development. This makes Aoi the target and the trigger. Let me know your theory. And be sure to like, subscribe for more chapter reviews like this.